Hey guys, it's Mr. Jones. So I want to show you guys a new lesson that's hopefully going to help us to think deeply about inequalities. It's going to be challenging, and it's going to hopefully make you guys really think deeply about inequalities and how their properties work and what you can kind of expect from them. So don't forget what we talked about recently, that inequalities are just like equations, except there's going to be a little bit of difference, right? We had my example of my vacation where I have to have at least $1,200 or $350, whatever the case was for our class. I had to have at least that much. I could have more, but I couldn't have less. And so these are the kind of things we'll be talking about. We need to have at least something, or at the most we can spend is $100. Less is fine too, but not more. So inequalities are really cool, and they actually probably represent more real life situations than equations do. So this lesson really is a big logic puzzle. All the problems require thinking about all the different possibilities to decide which side or which expression is greater. There are some that cannot be determined from the information that you guys have. So let's stop talking and do some examples here. Actually, the first example and the second one. So let's look in here. We have our statement right here that says x equals 8. This is our starting point. And our question comes after we know that x equals 8 is which is greater, x plus 5 or 3x plus 2. And so we need to actually substitute this 8 into each of the x's and then calculate and see which one's going to be greater. So that's going to look like this. 8 plus 5, and then we're going to compare that with 24 plus 2. Where did 24 come from? Of course, it's because 8 times 3, right? We have our 8 here for the x and our times 3. Okay, so what do they give us? We have 13 compared with 26. So who's greater? Yeah, we can know that 26 is definitely greater, so that would tell us to come back up here and say that 3x plus 2 is greater than x plus 5. Awesome. So moving on a little bit, negatives. Can we use the same logic or the same ideas for negatives? Does a bigger negative make us happier to have? Let's think about it this way. So of course we'd like to have $26 better than we'd like to have $13 from the last example. But would we still rather owe somebody $26 rather than owing them $13? Which is better to owe? A bigger number or a smaller number? Bigger or smaller? And yeah, it's better to owe somebody less. So if you have negative, think about it like owing, and it'll help you understand that it's better to have more money, right? Which means it's also better to owe somebody less. And so that means bigger is better here, right? Negative 13 is indeed greater than negative 26. So don't get confused by that one. So that about wraps up what I'm going to give you guys right now. Remember to don't give up if you don't get it right away. Persist, try your best, have a great attitude, because those things are always going to help you out in life and in the math class. And remember, I'm watching you. Happy Thanksgiving, guys. Bye.